Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Another beautiful week here on planet Earth. Hey, everyone. Frida is saying hi. So this morning, we're going to do a little bit of a hip opening. We're going to focus on the hips. All right, Frida, you're going to focus on some sleeping. Good morning. Hi, guys. Perfect. So as I mentioned, we're going to do some hip openers this morning. All right, perfect. Frida's gonna go take a little rest here. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Nice to see you. And then let's get going. We're gonna sit down onto our mats. Good morning, beautiful. How are you? Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna sit down onto our mats. We're gonna cross the shin bones right at the center. So if you look down, your ankle bones should be right underneath your knees. And you're gonna flex your feet like you're stumping your feet against a wall. And then you're going to start to release the knees down to the mat. So that should gently open up your outer hips. If you do not feel anything, you're super opening to your hips, you can start with a double pigeon, crossing the ankle on top of the knee. Otherwise, just simply cross the shins right at the center, ankles underneath the knees, flexing your feet, your hands are onto your thighs. You can turn the palms up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky if you're outside. Just receiving some energy from the universe. Sharing your energy with the word. If you're looking for more grounding sensation, connection with yourself, then turn the palms down. Close the eyes. Gently tuck the chin to the chest and tune in with the breath. With each inhale, start to feel how you're rooting down through the mat, through the sit bones. And then you're guiding the energy up through the breath, up all the way to the crown of the head. And with each exhale, you feel how you're relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. You're allowing yourself to sink further down to the mat. You're allowing the knees to fall out to the side and open through the hips. Focus onto the breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Fill up the body, fill up the lungs all the way to the top. And then slowly open your mouth, audible release. Let it out, let it all go. One more time, deep inhale into the nose, fill up the lungs all the way to the top. Imagine that you can pull the air a little bit deeper, all the way into the pelvic floor. Fill up the lungs, pull the air all the way to the crown of the head. Then open your mouth one more time, side out, let it go. Last breath, we're gonna keep the lips sealed the whole time this time. Take a deep inhale through the nose, filling up through the lungs all the way to the top. Hold it there. Now keep your lips sealed and exhale through the nose, creating the same HAA sound in the back of the throat. Start to tune in with the Ujjayi breath. Keep the breath flowing through the nose, in and out through the nose, in and out through the body. Then gently blink your eyes open. Keeping the one shin bone forward, whichever is forward. Keeping the spine straight, start to walk the fingers forward. Come on onto your spider finger and then make sure that your back stays nice and long in this pose. We're not trying to round here. We're trying to keep the spine as straight as possible. So you feel how you're pressing the sit bones back. With that, you open it up through the hips, keeping the spine long. Just gently walk the fingers forward. Taking a deep inhale. Try to maintain all this length and fold all the way forward. Now you're going to start to round through the spine. But you're going to still encourage your lower back to become longer, to lengthen out from the sacrum lower back. Drop the crown of the head down, drop the forehead down. Feel that stretch in your hips. And walk the hands back. And then switch out the legs. Place the opposite shin bone forward. Cross the shins right at the center. Sit up nice and tall. Let those knees to fall out to the side. Place the fingertips in front of you. Lift up your chest, make your spine long. Feel that elongation coming from your lower spine. And then slowly walk the fingertips more forward. Keep the spine long. Take a deep inhale. Then slowly start to round out. Come down. But still encourage the length from the lower spine. Lengthen out. From the lower back, pulling the belly button into the spine. Allowing the knees to fall out to the side. And then allow the forehead to come down towards the mat. Good job. Slowly come on back. Keep the knees in this position. We're going to twist to the right. Left fingers come on top of the right knee. Right fingers come to the back. And come back to center, twist to the other side. Place your right palm onto the left knee. Left fingers behind you, twist and turn. And come back to center. Then you're going to come all the way into a tabletop position, all fours. Come onto your hands and knees. Push the earth away with both palms open to the palms, open to the fingers. Then lift the right knee out to the side, like a puppy when he goes for a walk and wants to mark a bush. And then slowly start to rotate the knee all the way forward. Couple circles forward. Maybe hear some pops and cracks in your joint, awakening that joint right on the right side. Reverse the circle, drive it all the way back. Good. Then engage your core and extend your right leg back behind you. Make your spine nice and long. Pull the belly in, lift up the front ribs away from the mat. Lift up from the right shoulder and reach the left arm forward. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, pull the elbow and knee to touch underneath the body. Round through this upper spine. Pull the belly in, tuck the chin to the chest. Good. Inhale, come on back to your extension. Reach and lengthen. Now bring the left arm out to the side. Flex the back foot, turn the back toes out to the right, and bring the right leg out to the side. Turn on the right outer hip muscles. Now reach the right heel and the left fingers away from each other. Gaze down in one spot. Push the earth away with the right palm. Come back to your extension, reach, lengthen. Then bend your back leg and reach back for your foot or ankle. Capture that foot, push the earth away with the right palm, and slowly start to kick into your palm, coming into your tiger pose. Feel that nice arching sensation through the spine, and then slowly release it down all the way. Good. Push the earth away with both palms, round through the upper spine, lift the left leg out to the side, and start to draw some circles forward, getting those hip joints going. Then reverse the circle, go back. Nice. Now push the earth away, round through the upper spine, send your left leg back, point the left toes down to the mat, pull the belly in, engage your left glute, shift the body weight to the left palm, reach the right arm forward. Bring the bicep to the ear, thumb to the sky, take a deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull everything together underneath your body, round through the upper spine, keep the left shoulder over the left wrist, push the earth away. Inhale, come on back to extension, good. Flex the back foot, pull the belly in, bring the right arm out to the side for counterbalance. Turn the left toes out and bring the left leg out to the side. See if you can lift the left heel all the way hip height. Push the earth away with the left palm. Reach the right fingertips away from the body, lengthen. Take a deep inhale. Slowly come on back to center. Reach, lengthen. Bend your back leg, reach back for your foot or ankle. Push the earth away with the left palm and start to kick into your right palm. Roll the right shoulder back, maybe lift up the gaze, lift up the chest. And slowly come on down, tabletop position. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips high, find your downward facing dog. Walk out your dog, bend your right knee, release the left heel down. Push the earth away with all 10 knuckles and rotate the tricep muscles down to the mat. Melt the crown of the head down to the earth, lift the tailbone higher, even if you have to bend both knees slightly. And then slowly lift the right leg up and away from the mat. Reach back to the right heel, point the right toes down, and then see if you can level out through the hips. We tend to lift the right leg a little higher, so level through the hips, lifting the right leg more from the right inner thigh. As you exhale, pull the knee to your nose, round through the upper spine, tuck the chin to the chest and gaze back to your right knee. Inhale your right leg back to the ceiling, bend your knee and stag the hips. Draw a couple circles with the right leg, forward. Then reverse the circles to the back. Nice job. Now square your hips, point the right toes down, good. Turn the right toes out to the side and then kick the right leg out to the side. See if you can keep the right heel all the way hip height. Good. Push the earth away. Now feel how you have the body weight onto the left and right palm equally. You're not shifting the body weight all the way to the right palm. Lift the right heel all the way hip height. Then guide it back to center and release it down to the mat. Good, then lift up the left leg, point the left toes down, push the earth away. Roll the triceps down to the mat, pull the belly in. Point the left toes down, square out through the hips. Take a deep inhale, exhale, pull the knee to your nose, round through the upper spine.
Tuck the chin to the chest. Gaze back to the knee. Keep the back leg strong. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Bend the knee and stack the hips. Let that left heel fall over to the right side, but feel how you're shifting the body weight equally to the left and right palm. You're not favoring any of the palms. In fact, you're turning the left tricep slightly back down towards the mat. Good. Then lift up the left leg, square the hips, then turn the left toes out to the side and bring the left leg all the way out to the side. See if you can keep the left heel all the way hip height, turning on the muscles on the left outer hip. Push the earth away. Take a deep inhale. So good. Slowly guide it back. Exhale, release the left foot down to the mat. Inhale, come forward into a high plank position. Roll, bring the knees down to the mat. And come on all the way down onto the mat. Bring the hands next to your floating ribs. Point the elbows to the ceiling, pressing to the tops of your feet, and lift the chest away from the mat. Find more length through the spine. It doesn't matter how high you can lift the chest, but how long you can make your spine, that's more important. Lifting just the kneecaps away from the mat, pressing the tops of your feet down to the earth. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bring the forehead down. Bring the fingertips behind your back, in along the hands. Press the palms together, squeeze the shoulder blades. Press into the tops of your feet and lift up the chest away from the mat. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Lift the fist away from the glutes. Now engage your glutes. Make your knees straight. Your legs are straight. And you're going to start to lift the legs from the inner thighs. Just 2 inches away from the mat. Reach the big toes back. Make your legs straight. Lifting the legs from the inner thighs. Lift the chest an inch higher. Then release the bind. Reach the arms back. Turn the palms down. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, come on down. Place your hands next to your floating ribs. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And slowly press up into an upward facing dog. If that's too much, you can always modify with a cobra pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hips come high to the sky. Deep inhale to the nose. Exhale, let it out. Now inhale, gaze forward. Bend your knees, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up the arms, rise up. Bring your hands back to your heart, Samastirihi. Inhale, lift up the arms, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, come down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step, jump back, go through your vinyasa. Just warming up the body. We're going to do that 2 more times with the breath. Simple sun 8. Hold it here, deep inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, Samastirihi. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, lift it up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha, half lift. Exhale, step, jump back, go through your vinyasa. Skip your vinyasa or modify your vinyasa if you need that. 1 deep inhale through the nose. 1 conscious exhale through the nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step, hop all the way to the top. Ardha, halfway lift as you inhale. Fold nice and deep. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms to the ceiling, rise up. Bring your hands back to your heart. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, lift it up. Exhale, strong core, flat spine, come all the way forward. Inhale, lift up the chest. Plant the hands, step, jump back, go through your vinyasa. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Hips to the sky. Good job. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Rotate the triceps down. Spin the bicep muscles up towards the ceiling. Feel how you're creating more space for your neck. Pulling the belly in, lifting the front ribs away from the mat. Your chest is not sinking down to the mat. Your whole spine is strong and long. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. And then you're going to come into tree pose. Root down to the left leg and lift up the right knee. Now place the sole of the right foot into the left inner thigh, or maybe onto your shin. Or maybe you want to go into a hot tree variation. When the sole of the right foot faces up towards the ceiling and your right knee points down to the mat. Good. Now choose one position for yourself.
Bring the hands to your heart center. Feel how you're elongating through the right thigh as you're reaching out from the right hip joint all the way to the right knee. Engage the outer right hip and use that energy to open up through that right knee. Hands at your heart center. Find one spot where it does not move in front of you. It might not be me, all right? Then you can hold your hands at your heart center, or you can lift the arms to the ceiling. Maybe bring the palms to touch. Maybe gaze up. Maybe just sway your body to the right, to the left. Play with the balance. And the ultimate goal is not that can you stay still and can you not fall out from this pose. The ultimate goal is can you still focus in on your breath wherever you are, even when you're falling out from the posture. Taking another deep inhale. Bring the hands back to your heart center and slowly with focus, release the right foot down to the mat. Shift the body weight over to the right leg and lift up the left leg. Do the same variation. And of course, if you did the hot tree variation, you have that toe stand in your practice, feel free to go in there. You can practice that one day together. If you are in tree pose, you're gonna work on that outer left hip. Use that energy to rotate the left knee out to the side, but keep the tailbone tucked under and keep your standing leg nice and strong. Feel the energy from your left inner groin runs all the way to the left inner knee, lengthening through that joint. Then maybe bring the arms to the ceiling, maybe gaze up, maybe this time you're gonna do something else. Sway the body from one side to the other. You wanna play with a reverse namaskar behind your back, maybe guiding the gaze to the ceiling. And if you're outdoors, it's a little more challenging with the sky being above you. Take a deep inhale. And slowly exhale. Good. Then gently bring the hands back to your heart center and slowly and consciously release the left foot down to the mat. Inhale, lift up the arms. Adding a baby back bend, go pose the arms, push the hips forward, keep the legs strong, glutes engaged. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into a high plank pose. I'm ahead of you. Good. Now, bring the right palm down, bring the feet together, roll over to the outside of the right foot, coming to side plank Vashisthasana. Then slowly lift up the back leg, and then come into a tree pose variation with your left leg. So your right palm is down, your left knee points up to the ceiling. Again, find that same energy from the left inner groin. The energy runs up all the way to the left inner knee. Now see if you can keep the legs just like that. You're keeping that tree leg variation on the left side as you release the left palm down and come into a high plank pose. See if you can lift the left knee a little higher. Hold it here, or maybe bend the elbows. Push it back. Come back into your side plank pose. So good. Then slowly release the left leg behind your right leg. Keep the left knee bent and lift the chest higher. If you have any shoulder issues, just hold it there, or maybe come back into your high plank pose. Maybe reach the top arm all the way forward. Then slowly make your way back. High plank, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna do the other side. Inhale, hinge forward into a high plank pose. Feet together. Roll to the outer arch of the left foot. Right arm to the sky. Push the earth away, tuck the tailbone under, lengthen from the spine. Good, now lift up the top leg and come into a tree pose variation on the right side. Feel the energy from the right inner groin runs up all the way to the right inner knee. Your right outer hip is strong to have the right knee open up. Good, now hold it here, or see if you can slowly come into the high plank pose. Lift the right knee higher out to the side. Bend the elbows, come down halfway. Keep the neck long, chest is reaching forward. Push it back, roll back into that tree pose side plank. Then release the right foot behind the left leg and come into wild things. Again, if this pose is, you feel sensitivity in your shoulders, do not do that. Good, come on back to center. High plank pose, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out.
Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Good, we're gonna rise up all the way into a one-legged Tadasana. We're gonna lift the left leg, I know, the left leg up and away from the mat, good? You're at the top of the mat, you're lifting the left leg, and you're coming to figure four with the left leg on top of the right knee. Now start to sit down into your figure four, but feel how you're dropping the hips straight back behind you in the same time. Flexing the left foot's gonna protect that left knee joint. Stay right here, or maybe start to lower the chest and maybe bring those forearms onto the shins. You're gonna have a second chance. If you wanna practice your flying pigeon pose, I'm gonna give you a chance for doing that, all right? Now slowly lift up the chest first, then lift the left leg up into that one-legged Tadasana. Lift up the arms, reach the left leg forward, pull the belly in. Find a nice long line through the entire spine. Take a deep inhale. Now you're gonna fly back into warrior three. You're gonna reach that left leg back behind you. You're gonna reach the chest forward. Level out through the hips. Now your standing leg, that can be bent, that's absolutely fine. But your lifted leg, your left leg should be nice and straight. Taking a deep inhale. Hold it here as you exhale. One more inhale as you lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, slowly release the left leg back behind you. We're gonna come into warrior one. Now your right leg is forward, your left leg is back. You're in your warrior one pose. Place your hands onto your hips. Turn the left hip forward. Guide your right hip back. But in the meantime, make your back leg as strong as you can. Lift the left kneecap away from the mat. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Deep inhale. Exhale, fly the arms back. Keep guiding the right hip back, turning the left hip forward, squeezing the shoulder blades, reaching with the chest forward. Root down through the back heel. Take a deep inhale. Hold it here. Maybe your chest can go a little bit more forward as you exhale. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Pointing the right knee straight forward. Your right toe straight forward. Pull the belly in and tuck the tailbone under. Now let's talk about this upper body in warrior two. So we tend to go nice and deep into warrior two, but then create this arch into the lower back. Can you tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly in, like you sandwiching your spine. There is no big curve, big arch into your lower back. You're pulling everything together in the upper body, and then slowly releasing deeply everything down. There you go. Stay deep into your warrior two. Then straighten out through the front leg. Come into triangle trikonasana. Left arm high, right arm to the sky. We're gonna find a half bind. Internally rotate the top arm, turn the thumb towards the back. Bend your elbow, reach back behind your back. Now guide your right hip back into its socket. Engage your right thigh. Engage your obliques. And then slowly float the right arm up and away from the mat. Turn the palm towards the ceiling. Bring the bicep to the ear. Pull the right hip back into its center. Take a deep inhale. Good. Slowly release the right palm down to the mat. Good. Release from your bind. Place your left hand onto your left hip. Gaze down. Bend your right leg. And step up into balance. Place the right fingertips a foot in front of the right pinky toe. Then engage your left outer hip and lift the left leg up and away from the mat. Now imagine there's a wall behind you and your entire back body is against that wall. You're guiding the right hip back into its socket and you're engaging the right outer hip muscle a lot. Your right toes are still pointing forward and your back leg is lifted using that outer left hip muscle. Then lift the arm to the ceiling. Now feel how from the back heel, that's your left heel, you created a beautiful long energy line through the body. Your breath is flowing through from the crown of the head all the way to the left heel. Now hold it here or maybe bend your top leg and reach back for your foot or ankle, Chandrasana. If you have the foot or ankle, start to kick into that foot, guide your left heel behind you and create that teardrop shape with the body as you push the front ribs forward. It's the first time I'm saying push the front ribs forward, huh? Then release the back foot down and then slowly and gently come back into warrior two. How slow you can go. Keep pointing the right knee forward
And reverse your warrior. Lean back, come on all the way back. Stay deep down in your front thigh as you reach the right arm back. Good, then window the hands down to the mat. Come on into a high plank, or not high plank, a low lunge position. Then toe heel the right foot out to the right side, runner's lunge. Both palms stays into the inside of the right foot. Your chest is reaching forward. Stay here onto your palms. If that's already too much, you can always drop the back knee, and you can always come down onto the forearms. You can even roll to the outer arch of the right foot, and let the right knee fall out to the side. Maybe down onto the forearms, maybe you're ready to lift up the back knee away from the mat. 3 more breaths. Release the back knee down to the mat. If you're down onto the forearms, come on back onto your palms. Reach the right arm back behind you, bend your back leg, and reach back for your foot or ankle. Now everybody roll to the outer arch of the right foot. Let your right knee to fall out to the side. Then lift up the chest and twist in your upper body. Good, slowly release. Hands down to the mat. Step back into a high plank pose. Either go back to down dog, go to an optional vinyasa. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And let it out, exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Good, we're going to come first, rise up. All the way to stand, we're going to come into that figure 4. Lift up the right leg, one-legged Tadasana. Pull the belly in, lift up the arm, bring the right knee aligned with the right hip. Bring the hands to your heart center, cross the right ankle on top of the left knee, and slowly sit down. Good. Send the sit bones straight back, lift up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Protect the right knee joint by flexing the right foot towards the right knee. Drop the left hip as low as the right hip. Hold it here, or maybe start to release the forearms down onto the right shin, reaching with the chest forward, feeling that opening in your head. Nice job. Now slowly and gently start to lift up the chest. Slowly and gently lift up the right leg, lift up the arm, pull the belly in, root down to the left heel, stretch the right leg in front of you, pull the belly in, taking a deep inhale. As we exhale, we're going to go into warrior 3. Reach back, fly the arms back behind you, guide your chest forward, not enough space behind me, guide your chest forward with your strong core, and reach your right heel back behind you. Now your standing leg, it can be bent, that's absolutely fine. But your lifted leg, your right leg, try to make it as straight as possible. Pull the belly in, squeeze the shoulder blades, reach with the chest forward. Find a nice long line from the back heel to the crown of the head. Deep inhale, hold it here, exhale. One more deep inhale, now slowly bending the front knee, step back into warrior 1. I'm flipping around, we're finding ourselves in warrior 1, left leg forward, right leg back. Place the hands onto your hips, guide your right hip forward, pull the left hip back, then pull the ribs towards each other and lift the arms to the ceiling. Sit down a little bit deeper into your warrior 1. Make sure you still feel the strong connection with the back foot, with your back heel. Find the energy in the fingertips, pull the belly in, drop the left thigh 1 inch deeper. Then as you exhale, lean forward. Keep working on guiding the left hip back, pulling the right hip forward, really opening up through the hips. Taking a deep inhale. Hold it here, exhale. Reach with the chest more forward. Maybe come on up a little bit deeper. Good, then slowly we can rise back up. Warrior 1. Open to the side. Warrior 2. Sit down deep into your warrior 2. Now I'm not going to turn to the side. You guys know what to do. There is the tendency of do that arch into your lower back. Try to pull that lower belly in, tuck the tailbone under, and imagine that you're sandwiching that spine in between two panels of glass. So you're really pulling the front ribs back, and you're pulling the back ribs forward, sandwiching the spine. There you go. Left knee points forward, lift up those arms. Connection with the back leg, lift up the inner right knee away from the mat, and pull the left hip back into its socket. Take a deep inhale, sit down a little bit deeper as you exhale. Okay, then straighten out through the front leg. Then you're gonna come to triangle trikonasana. Left arm down, right arm to the sky. Lengthen through the spine. Then you're gonna come to a bind. Turn the right palm back. Internally rotate the right arm. And then reach back behind your back, finding the half bind. Or resting the right palm in the back of the right hip. That's the left hip. There you go. Now, lengthen through the body. And then make your left oblique as strong as you can. And then slowly, consciously float the left palm up and away from the mat. As you turn the left palm to the ceiling. Bicep to the ear. Pull the left hip back. Reach the left arm forward. Engage your core. Good job. Slowly release the left palm down. Release the bind. Place the right palm onto your hip. You're going to step up into Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose, into balance. You're going to bend your front knee. Place the left fingertips, a foot in front of the left pinky toe. Now make sure the left knee points forward, the left toes are pointing forward. You're not changing that direction. You're going to engage that outer hip muscle on the left side. Then you're going to engage the right leg. Lean forward, lean into your fingers, keeping the back body strong as you float the right foot up and away from the mat. Find balance. Gaze down, or maybe play with your balance by gazing up to the right fingers. Maybe start to extend the right arm up to the sky. Open through the chest with the reach of the arms. Try not to put all the body weight onto the left fingers. Get lighter onto the left fingers. Then stay here or bend your top leg. Reach back for your foot or ankle for your Chandrasana. If you have that foot, start to kick it behind you. Open through the chest. Awesome job. Slowly release the foot if you have that. Open back into your half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Then slowly, consciously, bend your left knee. Point the left knee straight forward. And as softly as you can, blend back into Warrior 2. Find your nice deep Warrior 2. Reverse your Warrior. Reach the arm back, left arm back. Lengthen out from the left side body. Drop the left thigh bone deeper. Exhale, window the hands down to the mat. Pause and a low lunge. Toe here the left foot to the outside of the left palm. Keep the right leg lifted and reach the chest forward. Now you can stay here or try to do the same thing what you did on the other side. You can drop the back knee down, come down onto the forearms. Maybe eventually lift the back knee away from the mat as you down onto the forearm. Maybe you roll to the outer arch of the left foot and let the left knee fall out to the side. Focus on your breath. Find the length through the spine from the back heel all the way to the crown of the head. So good. Slowly come on back onto your palms. Drop the right knee down. Point the right toes back. Reach the left arm back. Find your foot or ankle. Open through the chest. Now let the left knee fall out to the side as you roll to the outer arch of the left foot. Nice job. And then slowly release. Hand down to the mat. Tuck the back toes under. Step the left leg back. Go through an optional vinyasa. Then come on back into downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. And let it out. Exhale. Good job. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. We're going to rise up all the way to stand again. We're going to do a little balancing here. We're going to root down through the left leg and lift the right leg up and away from the mat. Yes, we're going to start on the right side this time. Now you can interlock the hands on top of the right knee, or you can reach down the inside of the right foot to your right big toe. Now, whatever you have, first focus onto your standing leg, your left leg. Try to make it as strong as you can. That doesn't mean you have to lock it out, but that means that your left thigh muscle is going to be really strong the whole time. Now, if you want to kick the right foot in front of you, that is fine, but work with the breath to make it straight. Instead of bending the bottom leg, and that's how you can make it straight. Got it? So your standing leg stays straight, your left hand is on your hip, and your right knee is up, or your right big toe is in front of you. Pull the belly in, make the spine long. Slowly you're going to open up out to the side. Tuck the tailbone under. Try not to lift the right hip higher, level out to the hip as you bring the right foot out to the side. Take a deep inhale. Slowly and gently guide your right leg back. Now you either have the knee or you have the foot. If you have the knee, place the left palm to the outside of your right leg and reach the right arm back behind you. If you have the foot, grab the outer arch of the right foot and twist and turn in the upper body. Taking a deep inhale. Now slowly and gently come on back to center. Lift both arms up. Keep that right leg lifted. Deep inhale. Exhale, dive forward. Come on into a standing split. Lift the right leg high. Alright friends, so you can stay in your standing split. Focus on to that nice stretch in your hamstring, or use that time to go a little upside down by picking up your feet and come on into a handstand by a wall or away from the wall. Wherever you are, find that balance. Hold it there for 3, for 2, and 1. Good. Release the left foot next to the right. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Grab onto your big toes with the index finger and middle finger. Lift up the chest, reach forward. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the elbows out to the side. Let the crown of the head to come down deeper. Shake out the head. Now take a deep inhale, pull the belly in. Exhale, use the effort in the arms. Use the strength of your biceps to pull the upper body closer to the lower body. So good. Slowly release down into Malasana. Toe here your feet mat distance apart and sit down into your Malasana. Push the elbows into your inner knees and lift up your chest. So if you look at my spine, it's nice and straight. We're going to try to avoid this position. But I'm pushing my elbows into those inner knees, and like that I can really open through the hips. Alright, you're going to go into a flying frog pose. If you want to practice your crow pose, feel free to do that. Flying frog is actually a really nice posture. You can still focus on opening the hips. So keeping the knees nice and wide, plant the palms in front of you, shoulder distance apart. Then hug the inner knees onto your tricep. So from forward, it looks like this. I'm still in Malasana. I'm just placing my hand down, shoulder distance apart, opening through the palms, squeezing those knees in. Now lift up the hips a little higher, like a little frog you're trying to jump. Squeeze the knees into the triceps into the knees, so nothing moves there. Then lean forward a lot. And then eventually you're gonna feel you are forward so much that you can actually teeter-totter forward and maybe pick up the toes and balance in your flying frog pose. And hold it here for 3, for 2, and 1. Release it back down. Nice job. Come back, hands at your heart center. Push into the heels and rise back up all the way to stand. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Lift up the left leg. Root down to the right leg. Make your right leg as straight as you can. Instead of thinking about locking out the right knee joint, because a couple of you guys may be double jointed, I like to think about really engaging your standing thigh bone, all right, thigh muscle instead. Good. Now either like the hands over the left knee or maybe grabbing the left big toe. First, commit to the standing leg, make it nice and straight. Right hand onto your right hip. Then maybe you can consider to keep the left leg in front of you. You can keep the left knee bent, that's fine, but try to make your standing leg straight. And maybe throughout the next couple breaths, you're going to be able to straighten that front leg fully, but keeping the long line from the right heel all the way to the crown of the head. Deep inhale through the nose, and exhale it out. Good, now you either have the knee or have the foot. Either way, you're going to start to guide the left leg out to the side. If you have the left foot, flex the left foot. So you keep feeling the energy in the left leg, pulling it out to the side. If you have the toe, that's great too. Equally as great as the knee. See if you can find that long line first from the heel to the crown of the head. Tuck the tailbone under. Try not to lift the left hip higher. Then come back to center. If you have the knee, you're going to place the right knee to the outside of the left leg. If you have the foot, you're going to grab the outer arch of the left foot. Then reach back and twist. Again, first find a long line from the right heel all the way to the crown of the head. Then find a deeper twist by reaching the left arm more back behind you. Good, come on back to center. Lift up the arms, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Lift up the left leg, turn on your core, reach it all the way to the sky. Good, then exhale, come on down. Standing split, hands down to the mat. Good, you can wrap the right forearm behind the right calf, lift the left leg higher. Maybe try to play with your balance by grabbing the right ankle with both hands. Or you can have a second chance to go upside down and maybe find a little air time in your handstand. If you go upside down, make sure your belly is strong, the legs are strong, and when you're ready, come on back down to the mat, forward fold. Separate your feet hip distance apart, bend your knees, glide your palms underneath your feet, step up, step on all the entire palm. So your toes should touch your wrist line. Good, then lift up the chest, inhale, exhale, fold all the way forward. Pull the forehead in between the shins. Now your shoulders most likely are falling down to the mat. Lift the shoulder blades away from the mat, lengthen through the back of the neck, push the elbows out to the side. Nice job, and then slowly release. Good, release the palms from underneath the feet. Good, we're gonna come back, toe here, the feet together. And then this time we're gonna come into chair pose with Utkatasana, lift up the arms. Sit down nice and deep into your chair. Shift the body weight back to the heels. Then bring the hands to your heart center and lean forward, keep the spine long. Then twist and turn. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Push the thumbs together, push the index finger knuckle together, twisting your chest. Good, now gaze down onto the floor, gaze down onto your right big toe. Keep the twist in your upper body, keep the palms together, and then see if you can pick up the left foot, like a little flamingo. Just picking up the left foot. Now, keeping the right hip back to center, slowly extend the left leg back behind you, and come into a twisted lunge. Press those palms together, lift up the front of left hip bone away from the mat, make your left leg long, pressing the palms together, twisting your upper body. Good, now the challenge comes. Gaze down at the right big toe, slowly shift the body weight forward, and step back into that chair pose. We're still in the twist. Now you can choose to open the arms, right arm high, left arm down to the mat, or you can practice a little bit of a side crow, placing the right knee to the outside of the left tricep and picking up the feet, leaning into your chaturanga arms. 3 more breaths. Slow it down. And slowly release. Nice job. Inhale, lift up the arms. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Place your hands onto your lower back. Push the hips forward, lift up your heart. Good, come back to center. Chair pose, back into Utkatasana. Lift up the arms, bend the knees. Lean forward, hands at your heart center, twist and turn. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Pressing those palms together, making the spine long. Drop the thigh bones deeper. Try not to twist in your lower back, in your sacrum. In fact, gaze down at your knees and make sure both knees are still in the same line. Good, now gaze down at the left big toe. Keep the twist in your upper body. Shift the body weight to the left foot and slowly pick up the right foot like a little flamingo. Hugging the left outer hip back into the center. Reach the right leg back behind you. Step back into a lunge in a twist. Push the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Push your right toe mount into the mat so your right leg is strong. Then twisting your torso in your waistline. Good, the challenge comes up. Gaze down at the left big toe. Steady your breath, that's the challenge. Gaze down at the left big toe, lean forward, and see if you can step back into that chair pose with the twist. Good, now you can open the arms, fly the arms, or maybe you want to squat down. Hands shoulder distance apart. Lift up the hips. Place the knees to the outside of the right tricep. Lean into your chaturanga arms. Maybe pick up your feet. Maybe your feet are down today. You're just getting closer to that direction. 2 more breaths. And slowly release. Whew. Sit down onto your mat. Come on all the way down. How are we doing, everybody? All right, nice work, perfect. All right, we have a couple more minutes to go. Awesome, good to see you guys. Nice, Marissa. Hi, Alex. Good. Lay down onto the mat. Bring your feet together, big toes to touch, heels to touch, and open up the knees. Interlock the hands and reach in between the legs. Crunch. Nice and slow. Crunch. Think about those deep abdominal muscles. Pull the belly in towards the spine and open the knees a little bit more. That's it. Shh. Keep going. 10, 9, nice and slow. How high you can go and how slow you can go. Keep going. Shh. Keep the shoulder blades lifted the whole time. Open up the knees a little bit more. And give me just 5 more. 5, nice. Slow. 4, shh. See if you can go all the way up. 3, touching those heels. 2, good job. 1 more. And 1, hold it up, let those shoulder blades away from the mat. We're not gonna move. Sometimes this is the absolute hardest part of class. Can you stay still? Can you focus on your breath? Lift up those shoulder blades, pull the lower belly in, hold it there. Come on, squeeze, lift a little higher. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down to the mat, good job. Laying down onto your back. Cross the right knee or right ankle on top of the left knee. So right ankle goes on top of the left knee. Your left leg goes long. Good. Now exhale, lift up the chest and bring the left elbow to the right knee. Come back and lift it up. Shh. Working on that left side oblique, but in the same time, opening through that hip. Let's go. 5. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Switch out the legs. Left ankle comes on top of the right leg. Right leg goes into 45. Then exhale, crunch. And back. Exhale, crunch. And back. Good job. Keep going. Crunch. And back. 5. Good. 4. Keep going. 3. Almost there. 2. Last one. And 1. Good job. Hug the knees onto your chest. Giving yourself a nice little squeeze, nice little hug. Then cross the right ankle onto the left leg. Interlock the hands behind your left hamstring on top of the left knee. Or maybe lifting that left leg up and pulling the left leg towards your chest. Tuck the chin to the chest. Flex the right foot towards the right knee to protect the knee joint. And then switching out to the other side. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. Interlock the hands behind your right leg on top of the right knee. Maybe straightening through the right leg and grabbing the shin or ankle. Whatever is available. Try to repeat the same thing what you did on the other side. Tuck the chin to the chest. Tuning with that slow breath in and out through the nose. Good job. Slowly hug the knees onto your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Rock and roll back and forth onto your mat. One last little thing we're going to do. We're going to get into those hips deeply. Lift the hips nice and high. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Bend the knees. Stack the hips. Circle out the knee. Maybe flip your dog for wild thing. What we done earlier if you like to do that. And then slowly when you're ready. Right leg high to the sky. Exhale. Bring the right shin bone all the way forward. Bring the right ankle behind the left wrist, the right knee behind the right wrist. Drop the shin bone, stretch the left leg back, pigeon pose. Lift up the chest, inhale. Exhale with a flat spine, slowly walk forward. Allow your forehead to come down to the earth, to the mat. Bring your focus to your left hip and guide your left hip a little more forward as pull your right hip back. Press into the top of the left foot and spin your left inner thigh towards the ceiling as you lengthen out from the lower back by pulling the belly button into the spine. Let the shoulders to melt down to the mat. Let your hips to open up, softening the muscles around the right hip. Take a deep inhale through the nose and slowly let it out as you exhale. Good. Gently come on back onto your palms. Tuck the back toes under. Lift your right leg high to the sky for a 3-legged down dog. Then go through an optional vinyasa, maybe keeping the right leg lifted. Or simply holding your downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Bend your left leg. Stack the hips. Circle out the knee.
Or if you did that on the other side, see if you want to go wild things by flipping your dog. Reach the top arm forward. Be gentle. Whatever doesn't feel good, don't do it. Come on back. Left leg high to the sky. Half pigeon on the left side. Left ankle comes behind the right wrist. Left knee comes behind the left wrist. Try to bring the shin bone as forward as you can without hurting your knees. But the reason we're keeping the left foot flexed is to protect the knee joint onto the left side. Guide your right hip more forward, pull the left hip back, create length in your spine, pull the belly in, keep all that length as you fold forward. Bring the forehead down to the mat. And right away, bring your focus to your breath. Allow each breath to lengthen your body, lengthen your spine. Bring fresh energy into your body, into your lungs. And allow each and every exhale to open your body, to let go of all the stress, all this frustration. Whatever's heavy on your mind, heavy in your soul, just let it go right here. Softening the muscles around the left hip joint. A hip is an area in our body we tend to hold a lot of stress, anxiety, memories. So let them go. Open up first on a physical level. It's going to start to help you to open up on an emotional level. Gently come back onto your palms. Good. Tuck your back toes under, lift the right knee away from the mat. Lift up the left leg, three-legged down dog. Go through an optional flow, maybe keeping that back leg lifted. Make your way back all the way into downward facing dog. Drop the knees down to the mat. Sit down onto your mat. Bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees fall out to the side. Baddha Konasana. You're going to do two variations. First, we're going to slide the heels a little further away from the body. Create a nice big diamond shape with the body. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, just gently round down. Bring the forehead down towards the toes, towards the ankles. Letting the knees to open up. Shoulders are heavy. Muscles around the face are soft. Lift up the chest and then slowly pull the heels closer to the sit bones. Come in a little more intense variation of this Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Grab it either onto your big toes or you can grab onto the outer arches of the feet. Even open the soles of the feet, bringing the outer arches together. Lift up the chest and maintain a flat spine as long as you can. Start to lean forward. Guide with your sternum. Reach the sternum forward and maybe even use the elbows to push those inner knees away from each other. Hold it here with a flat spine. Two more breaths. And then slowly start to bring the forehead down to the toes. Round through the spine. Feel that stretch through the inner thighs, inner groins, outer hips. Beautiful. Slowly come on back up. Open up the legs slightly. Come on into Upavishta. It doesn't have to be the widest opening, so it can be a 90-degree, and it's absolutely fine. Now what we're going to do, we're going to keep the toes pointing to the ceiling, keep the knees pointing to the ceiling. Our bellies are strong, keeping that lower spine nice and safe. And then slowly, if you can, you're going to start to walk the fingers forward. For many of you guys, it may be plenty just to stay upright and work on that upright spine and work on pointing the toes to the ceiling. If you feel like you can go forward, maybe you can come down onto the forearms. Now, if you have a block or even a pillow at home, you can place it right at the bottom of your belly to help that block to lengthen out from the lower spine even more. But think about pointing the toes and the knees up to the ceiling. Deep inhale. Exhale, everything down to the mat. Slowly rise back up, bring the feet together. Sitting in Dandasana, seated staff pose. Inhale, lift up the arms. Now bend your knees if you're having a hard time to keeping the spine long. If you're rounding, you need to bend your knees slightly so you can make the spine even longer. Take a deep inhale, exhale, start to fold forward. Now if your knees are bent, you can keep them like that, but if you feel like you can go a little bit deeper into your hamstring, you can start to soften the backs of the knees down to the mat, and eventually rest the hands down and the whole upper body down to the mat. Allow the gravitation to pull you further down to the mat. Maybe walk, shimmy the hips further back behind you, and then softly release the backs of the knees down to the mat. Flexing your feet towards the face to stretch out through the hamstrings. Taking a deep inhale, exhale, go deeper.
Slowly lift up the gaze. Bring the right leg out to the side into 45-degree angle. Bring the sole of the left foot into the left inner thigh. Let the left knee to fall out to the side. Inhale, lift up the arms. Turn over your right leg. And then exhale, fold and melt all the way down. Let the left knee to melt down towards the earth. Let the left shoulder to become heavier. Lengthen out from the lower spine. Pull the belly in. Exhale. Come on more forward. Come back to center. Lift the chest up. Now switch out the legs. Left leg out. Right leg goes out to the side. Lift up the arms. Use your core to twist in your torso. And exhale. Lean over your left leg. Flex the left foot. Take a deep inhale as you reach the chest more forward. Exhale. Melt all the way down. Soften the right knee down to the mat. Open through the right inner thigh. Let the right shoulder to melt down to the earth. Pulling the belly further in. Lengthening from the lower spine. Let your chest to fall down towards the left leg. So good. Slowly lift the chest up. Bend both knees. Place the soles of the feet down to the mat. Reach the arms forward and roll back all the way down to the mat. Hug the knees onto your chest, giving yourself a nice squeeze. Wrapping the forearms around the knees, rolling from one side to the other. And coming to a happy baby, you can grab behind the knees to pull the knees down towards the armpits. And stacking the ankles on top of the knees as you flex your feet. Or you can reach from the inside of the knees to the outer arches of the feet. You can grab onto your big toes as well and extend the legs out to the side. Feel the whole spine connecting to the mat. Lower spine, middle spine, upper spine. Even the back of the neck is pressing down as you tuck the chin to the chest. Hug the knees back onto the chest. Lengthen the left leg forward. Pull the right knee into the right shoulder socket. Gaze down towards the left toes or just tuck the chin to the chest. Pull the right knee out to the side. Feel that nice compression in your hip flexor. Exhale. Bring the right leg over to the left and gaze over to the right. Find that supine twist. Soften the muscles around the face, around the jaw, around the eyelid. Maybe closing the eyes and just tuning in with the breath. Then gently come back to center. Neutralize the spine. Hug both knees to your chest. Then switch to the other side. Right leg long. Left knee comes into the shoulder socket. Gaze down towards the right toes. Or just tuck the chin to the chest. Maybe keep your eyes closed. Really feeling the body from the inside. Connecting with every single cell of your body. Feeling that breath as it comes in and out from the body. Then gently guide the left knee out to the right. Go pose the left arm so you can open out through the frontal left shoulder, chest. Gaze over the left shoulder. And instead of forcing anything here, just allow the gravitation to gently pull you down towards the mat to open you up. Good, and then gently come back to center. Give yourself one more squeeze, one more hug. Wrap the forearms around the shins. Maybe lift up the forehead all the way to the knees. Maybe giving yourself a nice little kiss. You deserve it. You did so well. Taking care of yourself is the most important thing. Before you can take care of anyone else, you need to make sure you're taking good care of yourself. So give yourself this moment of self-love, attention. And then slowly release down into your final Shavasana. Toes out to the side, palms to the ceiling. Just a couple breaths here together. To allow this beautiful practice to sink in. Just noticing the shift in the body, the shift in the mind by simply focusing on your breath for 60 minutes. That changes everything. Knowing that this powerful breath is available for you all the time. Whenever you feel stressed, whenever you feel the anxiety is rising, you can just come to that slow breath in and out through the nose. Closing the eyes, just taking a couple of those can change your entire life. Take a deep inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs, fill up the body all the way to the top. And then open your mouth and slowly as you can release all the air out of the body. Feel how your entire body is sinking down into the mat, melting into your mat. One more deep breath in through the nose, fill up the lungs all the way to the top. And a slow open mouth exhale as you let it go. Slowly and gently start to move your fingers, move your toes.